And welcome to the weekly update for week 8 for the Into the Light content update, as well as the final week for the Lightfall DLC of Destiny 2. Hope you've been having a wonderful week so far. Quick update, this is going to be a longer than normal video, so I advise please use the timestamps as you need to skip around and jump back and forth to certain parts of information. But some quick update news. I'll be live over on Twitch starting next Tuesday at reset time, I believe 12 p.m. Eastern, for the Legendary campaign along with my group. So we'll be tackling that all in one stream up to the final mission, that is, at least. And then Wednesday and Thursday of next week, I'll be live doing some last-minute preparation for the final shape raid on June 7th. I'll be going live at 11 p.m. I am also a contender with my team in the world's first race for Twitch Rivals, so you can be able to come hang out, chat, and earn the Twitch drops for both emblems if you so wish. But next up, I would like to thank everyone for making these the most successful strand of videos for the weekly update series. Outside of the Once Human guides, I appreciate every single one of you. So if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe for more. In the future, I'll be making more Destiny 2 content from various guides for raid chests, dungeon stuff, and more, as well as the editing will keep getting a lot better in due time. It just takes a lot of time to set all this stuff up for myself. But let's kick things off first with things that are leaving within Destiny 2. So just a quick reminder, with it being the final week, everything seasonal-wise, for the most part, will be leaving Destiny 2. So if we take a quick look at the map, for mainly things in the helm, for Season 21, Season 20, Season of Defiance, we are losing not only the Battleground activities, like Defiant Battleground and Defiant Battleground, but we'll also be losing the craftable weapons, so if you need to, now is the time to get those crafted. Over in Season 21, we'll be losing all the stuff, some salvage, deep dive, and salvage legend, as well as that seasonal craftable weapons. However, the Ghost of the Deep dungeon will be moved over to the Legends tab for the weekly rotator. I'm not sure if we'll be picking up where we've left off this week on the rotator, or we'll be starting from the beginning at reset next week for final shape, so we will check then. Then for Season 22, there we go, we'll be losing in the Season of the Witch, there we go. We'll be losing Savathûn's Spire, as well as Altars of Summoning and the Embargo engine. We'll also be losing the weapons for that season. And one thing I did forget to mention, we'll be losing the fishing activity from Season of the Deep. So if you want to, grind some last minute exotics from Season of the Deep with fishing, this is the week to do it. And then for Season 23, Season of the Wish, we'll be losing Riven's Lair and the Coil. And as of right now, the Starcrust exotic. However, it'll probably move over to the mission rotator playlist, also in the Legend tab. So keep an eye out for that. Then, we're also losing the whole Into the Light node. We are losing the Hall of Champions, we're losing Pantheon, and we're losing the shiny variant Brave Arsenal weapons. Onslaught, however, will be moving over to the Vanguard playlist. I do not know if we're keeping the 50 playlist or not, or the Legends, but I do know at least the 10 is moving over. And then, as far as exotic missions go, we are losing the Whetstone playlist, or the Whetstone exotic mission for the Season of the Deep exotic, and then the exotic mission Avalon, Whisper, and 0 Hour should all be moving as well over to the exotic mission playlist. So if you don't want to wait for the week to come up, I would suggest grinding out all the exotic missions you need to do. Now, let's dive into the core playlist and the rotators for this week. So starting off with Vanguard, the exotic mission, Grandmaster of Nightfall is Hypernet Current over on Neo Muna. The exotic weapon this week is the Izume RR4 sniper rifle. I will have a link to the LightGG web page for this weapon, so you can figure out which role you want to get in advance. It is also this week double Vanguard rank points. So if you haven't reset or gotten the first core playlist weapon or the ornament for it, this is the great time to do it. Then over in Gambit, it is also ×2 Gambit point rank points. So same thing as Vanguard. If you haven't gotten through the track, this is the perfect week to do it. And then lastly, over in Crucible, it not only is momentum, there it is, momentum control, but the new character playlist is still rolling around. So if you want to get that new emblem for playing the core playlist before the final shape, this is the last week to do it, I believe. And then in addition to, it is once again ×2 Crucible rank for all matches for any of the playlists in Crucible. If you want to, once again, get your core weapon or the ornament for it. Alright, for our rotators, the raid for this week is going to be King's Fall. The dungeon is going to be Grasp of Avarice over in Cosmodrome, I believe. Yep, there it is. As well as can be found in Eternity, right here. The exotic mission is Vox Obscura this week. So if you're looking for that, you can get it this week, as well as the Catalyst. Then the Ascendant Challenge for this week can be found over in, I believe, Diameter Starlight in the Cimmerian Garrison Ascendant Challenge. It is also a medium corrupted week. The Lost Sector will be on Neptune over here in Thrilladome for exotic legs if you still need to grab some of those. And as well as the Terminal Overload will be down here in Liming Harbor, so you can go do both at the same time, kind of. And then the Vex Incursion for today is Ishma Park, with tomorrow being Liming Harbor. Alright. Some quick quest updates. You can, this week, you go to 801 to get the Outbreak Refined 3 weapon quest for the one of the perks for it. The main step of this one is to defeat Fallen within the Devil's Lair Strike, and then go find the switches in the 0 Hour Exotic Mission. The next mission, or next quest step, is where Neomoon is Archie. So as like in previous weeks, you have to head over to Archie's location in the tower just to kick it off, and speak to 801, who will send you to Nimbus. And for that, you'll get 10 rewards. And then lastly, by speaking to Lord Shax in the tower for Warlord's Wisdom. Finally, for the Eververse store stuff, let's dive in. Okay, on the main page, don't forget, this is also the last week to get your weekly 700 Bright Dust. Getting ready for the final shape, so if you haven't, make sure you do that. But then we have the Experimental Mishap emote. Not much of a mishap. Ah, there it goes. We then have the Unseen to be Shown weapon ornament for fixed odds. We then have the Resurrected Shadow Transmat effect. For those who want to break out your inner Tormentor or Dread. We then have the Chloe Petra shader from Season of the Witch. Bad one. Then lastly we have Spark of Joy shader from Season of the Wish. Can give you very much an R2KT vibe, for those of you who know who that is. On the Bright Dust page, we have the Friendly Feet Dance emote from Season of the Wish. And it kind of stops. We then have for Warlocks the Symmetrist Mask from Black Armory. We then have the Astrologic Shell from Season of the Defiance. very much a Dreaming City Ghost Shader, Ghost Matte Shell. We have the Assembly Stinger ship from Defiance. Next we have the Bright Nostalgia Sparrow from Season of the Deep. We then have the Immaterial Messenger weapon ornament for Wishkeeper from Season of the Wish. Then we have the Brain Freeze Ghost Projection from Season of the Wish. Next up, we have the Calico's Finery Shader from Black Armory. Not a bad one, pretty good. We have the Jacarina Shader from Rivals. Always a good one. Has a shade of blue, but mostly white and black. And remember, we'll be getting the updated shader icons with final shape in a week. Showing you so you can see what colors are actually on there. We have the Meditator Shader from Chosen. We then have the Springtide Faint Shader from Defiance. We then have the Fallen Arrival Transmat Effect. Next, the Up in Smoke Transmat Effect from Dawn. And then lastly, the Chrysalis entrance from Season of the Lost. Alright, that is it for Eververse. Once again, I would like to thank you all for watching this video series as it comes out each week, making it very successful on my channel, despite being a very small channel. So again, if you could, please like and subscribe, and then keep coming around for more of these videos as they come out. But in the meantime, I will see you all next Tuesday, getting ready for our assault inside the Traveler. So yeah, hope you all have a great and final week of Into the Light and Lightfall, and I will see you next one. I'm coming for you, Traveler. Goodbye, everybody.